Welcome back, guys. It's Kids Who Playground here, and today we're back to the video to scratch. And today we'll be making a game called Skeleton Blaster, where you kill skeletons, which is the objective, and then you fight a skeleton boss in the end. So I'm gonna demo the game for you. So basically, there's some music that plays, and then the skeletons chase after you, and when you get hit, you lose a life. And then you see the lives up here, they're losing. So if you die, then your tank would just break and it says you lose. So that's basically the game. And you have to kill the skeleton. So if you kill this, you shoot the explosive balls that just destroy the skeletons. And then once you get more than 175 score, which I'll be there soon, the skeleton boss will come out. So each skeleton gives 5. And then the Skeleton King is out. You can see his health bar up here, and he's chasing after me. And then you might have to make your click rate a little quicker at this point, because you will not survive if he hits you. So the objective is just basically to kill him, and then you win in the end. But if you die by him, that means you if you get hit by him, that means you lose. So yeah, basically that's it. You win, and then you have your score up here. Great. So we're going to be making this project today. Okay, so first off, we're going to name this Skeleton Blaster. Skeleton Blaster. And we're going to add some stuff in the backpack to our project. So first we have the tank. We also have, I'll show you how to draw this. And then we also have the blaster. We also have the ball, the explosion, the Skeleton King, and the You Win You Lose Sprite. So we have the whole entire thing over here. So for the tank, to draw it, I'm gonna give you a little tutorial. So here's the tank. So you have to draw this small sector first, which you use as rectangle, and you can just reshape it so it looks like some sort of trapezoid. And then you also have to do it for the secondary layer. So we're also going to draw another rectangle, right, like that, and then reshape it to look like a trapezoid. So I will have all of these sprites on a no-code project in my profile that you can copy off. So my profile is Gumball098. So, and then over here you just put the wheels. So you just make a rectangle and use reshape tool. Use reshape tool to kind of just turn that into some sort of ellipse / circle. And yeah, we're just gonna turn that into the wheel thing. Yeah, and then you just draw circles in the middle for the wheels. So circle. And then hold shift down to make like a perfect circle. And then you can just use Control C, Control V to make the other 2 wheels on the wheel. So yeah, and also we do have a scratch head that we're gonna put in. So you just take like Sprite 1, just the scratch cat, Control C that, and then go to the tank and then Control V. Just maybe reshape it a little bit. Oopsies. Just group those 2 together. Yeah, there we go. Take that one, just shrink it a little bit, and put it on. So it's just a scratch cat with the thing, with the head. So I'm gonna show you how the blaster looks like. So basically it's just a rectangle where you reshape it, and you have like a little trapezoid on top, and you have sort of a reshaped rectangle over there, and just like a rectangle over here for some shadow look. So this is a blaster that we used from our July 4th game, so you can go check that out in our channel. So I'm just going to delete this tank real quick, and we'll just use this one. And then there's also this tank, which is, so this is just basically like without the blaster, because the blaster is a sprite of its own, which has basically like the, so it can move, not like this one, which stays stationary. This is just for positioning. So we're going to copy the tank over, the cat tank, so it can Control C, and then you move it to the blaster, You paint a new sprite, Control V. So to get the right size and positioning, you just delete this part, and then now you're left with the blaster in that wheel. But we're going to delete that, and then you're just left with the blaster here for usage. And now you have the blaster. And basically the ball is just 3 circles. It's not that hard, just 3 circles. Yeah, and then you just like position it. And that's just the 3 balls over there. I just did it for 3 colors because it looks better. So now moving on to the explosion, it's basically 3 costumes. So we have, zoom out. So we have the second one and the first one, second and third one. So this one just grows up to the large ones. So basically, you just use like a really thick yellow line to draw extra like explosion effect. So it's great. And yeah, so the Skeleton King, we just made a skeleton and we got a crown and a sword from the internet and we just put it on. Here's the crown cartoons, and then here's the sword cartoons. So yeah, we have that and we added it onto the skeleton. And we used remove BG to remove the background for the internet, like the swords and the crown. Okay, and then we're just gonna move on to you win, you lose. It's just some simple writing, you win, you lose. So we're gonna delete the splash cat. We do not need that. And yeah, so we have all our sprites here except for the skeleton, which I'm gonna put in right now. So skeleton right there. So okay, so great. So now we're gonna start coding. So first we're gonna make some variables for the project. So the first one that we're making is lives. We also have the king HP variable. We also have score, and X position and Y position. So let's get that. X position. I'm gonna delete this variable real quick. And then Y position. Y position. So yeah, we have all our variables: king HP, live, score, X position, Y position. So now we're gonna start coding. So for the tank, let's go to the tank. Oopsies. So when the green flag is clicked, it will set lives to 10. You can of course alter this in any way you would like. And then and set score to 0. And it will go to I already have the position here, but you can just go around here, so around just here. And then it'll switch costume to tank 1. Because we do have 3 things. We have 3 costumes. This one, and then the broken one, and then this one. So of course the tank 1. And then clear graphic effects. So we're gonna start with, okay, so we're gonna try to finish the tank first. So when the green flag is clicked, it will wait 1 second, and then forever. You need a if then. So if then right here, if then it touches the skeleton, then it'll change lives by -1. Of course, you can alter how much lives you want it to change, but for right now it's -1. And then it'll start sound bite, so you can tell if they have hit you or not. And then it'll broadcast hit cat. So we have hit cat, and then you need an if then. So you need an if then right here under, not over here, under. No, actually, no, in here, like that. So if then here, or the lives are equal to 0. Let's get the lives are equal to 0, or lives are less than 0. So if you have died or taken less than 0 lives, then it'll broadcast game over. Game over. So now we're going to move on to here. So when I receive hit cat, this is just for visual effect. Repeat 5. and it will change the color by 25, change color effect of course, and then clear graphic effects after that. And then you put when I receive game over, it will stop all. So yeah, we have this over here for now. We might come back to the tank later for some extra code. So let's move on to the blaster. So when the green flag is clicked, it'll point in direction 90, which is this way, and point in direction 90. And it'll go to this position. Of course, you can put it next to the tank, somewhere near it, just around here. And then for forever, it will point towards mouse pointer, So it'll follow your mouse. If you didn't see in the demo, it'll follow your mouse like that. And then you have to have an if-then statement. If then the mouse is down, so that means if you click, then it will wait until not mouse down. So you can't just spam click, because spam clicking's a little broken. Not mouse down. So wait until not mouse down, and then create clone of ball. You'll create a clone of the ball. So no spam clicking. And then after that, when the green flag is clicked, it'll switch costume to costume 1, which is this one. Clear graphic effects, because when it receives hit cat, it'll also change color effect. So we're gonna put that too. Repeat 5 times. Change color effect. And clear graphic effects. So I think we are done with the blaster. Feel free to pause right here. And now we're gonna move on to the ball, since we have made a clone of the ball. So when I start as a clone, and first of all, when the green flag is clicked, it'll hide. And then when I start as a clone, it'll set gravity to 0, which is going to be a new variable here, which is a part of the ball. So gravity is going to be gravity, and is for this sprite only. So click on this, and it will set gravity to 0, and then it will set size by 50%. And it'll go to the blaster. So it'll start at the blaster, and after that it'll point towards mouse pointer, just like the blaster, and then it'll go to the back layer, as well as it will show, then repeat until, so you need to repeat until right now, repeat until touching edge. So this is until the ball touches the edge. It will move 12 steps. So it's pretty quick. We have 12 steps, and then change gravity by -0.3. So -0.3. So it'll slowly fall back down, and then it will change Y by gravity. No. Alright. Change Y by gravity. Yep. And then it'll delete this clone. So when I start as a clone, it will set a new variable called weight, which is a part of the ball. So ball, there's going to be a variable weight. So this is also a very important task for this sprite only. And then we have that. So, and it'll set weight to 0.5. So I'll explain this after. So set weight to 1.5. And then it'll reset timer. And after that, it will wait until you need 3 ors. So stick with me on this one. Or. So wait until touching skeleton. So the ball will stop. So it'll just keep on flying until it touches the skeleton, or it touches the skeleton king. Oh, I added extra or, my bad. So throw that away. And then or, and then you put this. So greater than symbol. Timer is greater than wait. Like that. And then you set the X position to X position. So set X position to X position, and then you duplicate that. Set Y position, Y position to Y position. Just like that. And then broadcast explode. So broadcast explode. And after that, it'll delete this clone. So this is all for the ball sprite. So let's see. Feel free to pause. And this is basically showing. So this wait is 1.5 seconds. So the ball will fly for 1.5 seconds, and if it doesn't hit the skeleton or the skeleton king, it'll just explode on the spot. And then it'll so if the timer is greater than the wait, which is 1.5, it'll just explode right there if it doesn't hit anything. So yeah, I have the ball finished. Now we're gonna move on to the skeleton. So the skeleton, first of all, the size is 75%. So oopsies, that's the ball. My bad. It was 100% right, but it's gonna be 50% anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then the skeleton, I'm gonna go over here, and the skeleton is 75%, so 75. And then after that, we're gonna have, when the green flag is clicked, when the green flag is clicked, it'll set the rotation style by left to right, so it doesn't like flip over, does some weird jumbo mumbo. Then it'll hide like this, and then forever it will create a clone of itself, and it'll wait. I'll pick random 0.25 seconds to 0.75. So it'll wait how long for the next skeleton to spawn. And then after that, okay, so we have a lot of when I start as a clone stuff. So when I start as a clone, right here, it'll repeat until it touches the tank. So repeat until touching tank, and then it'll go next costume, and then wait 0.5 seconds. So it's just the animation of it walking, and then delete this clone. And then after that, we put when I start as a clone. So let's do that. When I start as a clone, it will go to X 175. So I calculated this. It's around here, X 175, and then pick random the Y from -120 to 0, basically here to like here. And then after that, it'll show, and then it will repeat until touching the tank. So repeat until touching the tank. And then it'll point towards the tank. So just follow the tank, try to knock it down, and then it'll move 2 steps, and then delete this clone. So, and then you have another when I start as a clone. So when I start as a clone, wait until touching tank. So just keep on going until it touches the tank. And then it'll wait 0.1 seconds so the damage can register correctly. If you do not have this wait, it's very important. And then it'll delete this clone. Just like that. And then we have another when I start as a clone slot. Maybe we can put it over here. When I start as a clone, forever it will, if it's touching the explosion, so if it hits the thing that the tank shoots out, the explosion, then it will start sound rattle because it passed away, and then it will change score by 5. And also delete this clone. And also, another one I started as a clone. I know it's a lot, but hold on. When I start as a clone, you need an if-then statement. If then the score is greater than 175, so we're going to put this score is greater than 175, then it will broadcast show Skeleton King. So basically, if your score is higher than 175, it will show the Skeleton King. So this is all the code. Maybe we can know. Okay, so this is all the code. So feel free to pause at this moment. I'm gonna give you like 3 seconds. So just feel free to pause. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the explosion. So explosion. When the green flag is clicked, it will hide, and then it will go forever. And next costume. So basically, you see it has 3 costumes like I showed earlier, and it will just be all 3, and it looks cool. So yeah. And also, when I receive explode, then it will go to X. So we're gonna put an add over here, operator. X position plus 100, and then Y position. So basically, this is showing where the explosion will be from terms of a ball. So it will be 100 off from the ball, but the same Y position. So that's pretty cool. And then it'll show and repeat 15 times. It'll rotate, turn 15 degrees, and then hide. And then after that, we're going to move on to the Skeleton King. And let's take a look at the Skeleton King. So when the green flag is clicked, it'll hide variable King HP. So since the king is not out, it'll hide King HP, and then it'll go to this certain position. You can put it like somewhere over here, or if you want to make it challenging, put it somewhere over here, but just put it somewhere over here. And then it'll go hide, and then it'll set King HP to 5,000. Oops, 50,000, no, 5,000. And then when I receive show Skeleton King, it will repeat until touching tank, so it just try to destroy that tank. And then next costume, it'll wait 0.25 seconds between each rotation of the costume, and then we're going to move on to this part. So when I receive show Skeleton King, it will show the variable King HP, and then it'll try to destroy that tank. It'll repeat until touching tank. Should save project, touching tank, and then it'll move 2 steps. So of course you can make him like quicker if you want it more challenging, or slower if you want it to be more easier, and then wait 0.5 seconds. Okay, and then when I receive game over, it will stop other scripts in the sprite. Now we're gonna move on to this part, which is a really big bunch, so hang tight. When I receive show skeleton king, it will forever, so forever loop right here. If then statement, if then it's touching the explosion, then it will change king HP by -10. And if you notice that why it changed by so much per shot, it's because it stays on the king for a little while and then scratch registers pretty quickly, so it does more than 10 damage. And then after that, you need an if then statement right here under if then the king HP, so if then the king HP is equal to 0, or the king HP is less than 0, then it will stop other scripts in the sprite because you have defeated the king. And then it will hide variable king HP, and then it will hide, then broadcast you win. And then after that broadcast you win, you have to have another if then touching tank. So if it touches the tank, it will broadcast game over because it's a one-hit destruct. Broadcast game over, and it'll set lives to 0, as well as stop the script, so it won't continue walking or whatever it does. And then after that, we move on to the you win, you lose sprite. So let's take a look at this. So when the green flag is clicked, it will go to x00, x0, y0, hide. It'll hide, and then when I receive game over, then it will switch costume to costume 2, which is the you lose one. So switch costume to costume 2, and then show. And then duplicate when I receive you win, then I'll switch costume to costume 1, and then show. So you win is this one. Yay! And then the backdrop, we will use woods. And then the music for this, save it. So the music for this is going to be, so when the green flag is clicked, it will set volume to 25%. This is completely optional. It's just because you can hear me while I'm demoing the game again. And then it'll forever play the Medieval 1 sound effect. It's kind of loud. And then, so let's put that in play sound Medieval 1 until done. So now we have that finished. We can hide the variables to our liking. So X position, Y position can be hidden. Scores and lives will keep, and king HP can be hidden for now. And then we go to the ball. Ball gravity is going to be closed. Same with weight. And then I guess you can put the lives up here. And then the score all the way up here. So now we can save the project. Ooh, no. It should work. Yeah, great. So let's see. We still do have 2 more scripts in the Scratch Cat that we might have forgotten, or I have forgotten, about game over and you win. So when I receive you win, it will stop all. And then after that, when I receive game over, it will switch costume to tank 2. And now if you need an if then, so if then you need an or. If the lives are equal to 0 or lives are less than 0, then it will switch costume to costume 2, which is tank 2. So now we have all the code for everything here. So right now we have, this is the tank sprite. Feel free to pause, give you like 2 seconds. Blaster, feel free to pause. Ball, it should work. Skeleton, and then explosion, and then skeleton king. Feel free to pause right here. Oh, and we have one more thing before. I just noticed when I receive you win, it will also stop other scripts in the sprite. So stop other scripts in the sprite. So this should be the right code, and then the you lose, you win, and then the background. So great. Now let's demo the game. It just always does that. So it does seem to be working. I'll demo the game one last time. So the live score, and then the skeletons, and then if I get hit, I'm gonna get hit. Ouch, 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 ouch. So we're gonna win, try to win. So let's get to 175 score, so that we can activate the king. The king is out. Oh no. Let's try to kill him. He's not that hard if you just click really quickly. And then I should win if I get... Yeah, it does work. So, and also we do want to move the king HP here for just better look. It's completely fine though. And then if I lose, let's see if it works. So the you lose does work, and I pointed this out. So there's the blaster is actually in front, which doesn't look that good. So we're gonna go to the tank and make it go to the front later. So it's now behind. Guess we can also add that. So yeah, now we have the tank and the skeleton blaster, and it still says untotal 55 here for some reason. So let's delete that. So yeah, this is what we have made today. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below what else projects you would like us to make, because there's a bunch of possibilities and we might probably use yours in the next video. So yeah, anyway, see you guys next time.